and welcome to
The Movie House.
Today we're going to talk to you about a movie from 1997 called Titanic. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Perchance.
What did you think of Titanic?
Titanic is a wonderful movie. I naturally saw it when it came out in the theater.
Like everybody else in the world.
Like everybody else in the world. And it was so funny because that was kind of the joke, is that everybody knows what happened to the Titanic. And if you don't know what has happened to the Titanic, watch this movie. And a lot of people thought that was funny. In a sense. It's like, why go see a movie about something you already know what happens? What can you do? But it is such a beautifully done film. And I cried, and, especially near the end when the sinking started happening. Spoiler alert, in case you don't know. And that was really tragic because these are real people. They're portraying real people, and certainly the main characters are fictional, but it's very heart-wrenching to realize what happened to thousands of people who were on the ship. And it was very emotional. It was a very emotional film to watch, but beautifully done. James Cameron is really good storyteller, and he really took the stops out in this one.
Yeah, I remember a friend was not happy when he learned that the main characters were fictional and that they'd be interacting with actual passengers. His thought was, well, there's wonderful real stories to tell in this tragic story. Why not just tell the real story? And I get that, but again, Cameron, I think, does a wonderful job of creating these fictional characters. Rose and Jack, right? Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. And weaving them into the history and into the stories of the other characters, and you get to you feel like you know the real people to some degree, as well as these fictionalized characters that are just made up.
Right.
And he spent a lot of money on this. It was the most expensive movie ever made at the time, and it was a big risk. He could have lost a lot of money if this thing didn't work.
If it sunk.
Yeah, right. But it didn't. It became a massive financial and critically acclaimed movie. And and it spawned, like you said, all this interest in the Titanic, and people started researching it and reading about it, and specials were put on TV about it.
It's still, even now, there's still tours going on of Titanic artifacts, going to museums and local museums, and that's still happening now.
Yeah, and the fact that they actually found the Titanic, I guess, a couple of years before this, really, maybe, I don't know if that's what's inspired it or not, but that really played into everybody's excitement and to see this depicted. And yeah, the special effects are really good. Even today, they still hold up. It's hard to tell. I can see now a little bit here and there, but at the time you couldn't really tell what was real, what wasn't. And it's still hard today to pick that out. They weave it together so seamlessly, because he's a very meticulous filmmaker.
Yes.
And reportedly can be very difficult to deal with in a working relationship, because he's very demanding. But I think he's probably demanding also of himself.
Yes.
He started out as an artist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He did set work and things like that. I think he worked on some John Carpenter movies early on as a set designer and artist, and painting sets and things like that. And he's the one who draws the picture of Rose.
Oh,
that's his
really?
Hand, yeah, in the shot.
Okay.
He's a very good artist. And so anyway, yeah, I can't say enough about this movie. It won Oscars. It made a lot of money.
And the song.
And the
Celine
song
Dion,
is beautiful.
My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah.
And Sarah Brightman sings it beautifully in French. I highly recommend that.
And people have done, like I think Mythbusters and other people did test about, should have Rose let
Spoiler alert.
Jack
Spoiler
fit
alert.
on the board with her.
Right.
Could have held them both up and all this stuff.
I think Kate Winslet even said yes. I think there was room.
Yeah.
But again, it takes away from the story.
Right.
So, I mean, we always want the lovers to be together. We always want the lovers to be together. But we learned at a little workshop for writers. And this author who was conducting the workshop says, you have to hurt your hero. You have to hurt them. You have to have sadness and tragedy and loss come into their lives, because that's not real life.
Well, yeah, and that's what makes the reading of the story compelling.
Right.
When horrible things happen to characters that you like.
Yeah. So it's yeah, I mean, we're all sad. And if, spoiler alert, they're together at the end.
I'll tell you how.
You have to watch it.
Gotta watch it.
You have to watch it. But yeah, it's a beautiful movie. I love the costumes. I love the opulence, the luxury. I mean, this was a luxury liner. And what's really, really, really tragic about it, this never should have happened.
Right.
Should never have happened. Man failed. It wasn't the ship per se. It was the arrogance of man that caused this, pretty much this terrible, terrible thing to happen, that so many people lost their lives, and that it didn't have to be that way.
Right.
And that's really the tragedy of it. But good movie, really, really good movie.
Excellent. That's right. And so, yeah, if you haven't seen it, you probably have, because almost everybody in the world has. But it's been 25 or so years now, so maybe people haven't seen it.
Yeah, and maybe you haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Blow off the dust and put it in. And
yeah, lots of good performances. What's his name?
Leonardo,
thank you. And Kate are good. There's lots of good people.
Character actors that you'll recognize. Yeah, British, American. Yeah.
Kathy Bates is
in
it.
And she plays Unsinkable Molly Brown,
Right.
who was an actual person, and that's why she's known as Unsinkable Molly Brown, because she survived the Titanic.
Exactly.
And you see the clash between, like, her character, she's new money, and you see how the old money treats her.
Yeah.
You know, it's just really fascinating, because that's something that they show too, is, you know, here's the people on the first level, right? And here's the people on the third level, and how they interact together on this boat too.
Well, yeah,
so that's really interesting.
And the social mores
Yes.
of
the period,
women and children first, and things like that are falling away today. Is this is a different era. This is no longer the way society works by and large in a lot of respects. So they're good. Like you said, the class distinctions maybe are good that they're gone, but some of the chivalry and things like that that's been lost.
Right.
Is
femininity.
Yeah.
Like you said, chivalry.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's a really and again, it's a true story. A lot of the people depicted, I mean, everybody's pretty much real except the two, you know, 5 people.
Should mention there is some nudity, some brief nudity.
Yes, brief nudity.
And adult situations.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of language though.
No, it's mostly from the other segment of the story, right?
Yeah.
So we won't tell you how that.
Yeah, but it's probably not.
Bill Paxton's in it. I forgot.
Yeah, Bill Paxton,
late great Bill Paxton. He's always good. He's in it.
He is.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
Who does he play?
He plays the submarine captain.
Submarine captain.
Yeah, kind of goes down the little thing. He's looking for the ship.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking on the Titanic, and I'm like,
right.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Spoiler
alert. Yeah, we just watched this not too long ago, but I'm like, but I'm focused on the Titanic. And Bill Paxton.
See, there's layers upon layers
on the Titanic.
James Cameron puts into his stuff.
Yes, yeah. It's really good. It's really good. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, watch it. if it's been a while, blow off the dust. Check it out again. It holds up.
Yes.
It's hold up. It's a good movie. It's not just a chick flick.
No.
It's not just a chick flick. It's not for little children, but it's for men and women. It's a great, if you like history, check it out.
Okay. Fair enough. That's it for us. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.